Hello everyone, I'm here to talk to you today with what I would do if I was a general manager for the Miami Dolphins in the 2019 NFL Draft. The 13th overall pick, the Miami Dolphins select Christian Wilkins, defensive lineman, Clemson. The Dolphins need help, and I was debating between going defensive line or O-line here. I went the D-line, mostly feeling that they overall need talent there. They have to go against the Patriots, who have Tom Brady and Sony Michel. Sony Michel is going to rip teams apart this year. You have to worry about the Bills with LaShawn McCoy and Frank Gore, if Gore can still get those legs turning. And the Jets with their newly signed Le'Veon Bell. You need someone that can clog the rushing lanes. Chris Wilkins can do that well. He's also not bad at getting in the quarterback's face. He can do that time to time, but he's more consistent as a run stuffer, which is what the Dolphins need to focus on. Ryan Flores, the new coach of the Dolphins, is defensive-minded. That's why I choose defensive line over offensive line. First-year head coaches, you want to make sure they feel comfortable with their first overall pick. That's why I gave him Christian Wilkins. The 48th overall pick, I'm taking David Edwards, right tackle, Wisconsin. As I said, the Dolphins need to address the offensive line, defensive line. I went D-line first round. I need to address the offensive line now. They lost Jawan James to the Denver Broncos, who I think got overpaid, and I like the fact that they didn't overpay him. But the Dolphins do need to address this position. You need to be smart with your offensive line. They don't really have a quarterback there, so they could possibly go quarterback here. I'm under the impression that I like to have my pieces in place before I take quarterback. So I like to have an O-line in place before I draft him, and I don't want another Blaine Gabbert on my hands. David Edwards is big, and here are his measurables. He stands in at 6'6", so he is a big boy. He will not be moved around that easily. He also weighs 308 pounds. And a concern with the lineman is the arms. He's at 33 inches and 3/8. That's not bad for an offense tackle. Now, if his arms were shorter, he'd be a good guard in my opinion. He's just a big mauler. First, I have to address the quarterback issue. Round 3 or round 4, depending on who's on the board, I take a quarterback. You do have Fitzpatrick, who can work with a young quarterback, but he's not the guy for the future. Even if you are dead set on taking someone next year, just take a crack on someone, even if it's in later rounds. Because if you get that pick hit, if you get a home run with that pick, you save yourself a first-round draft pick next year. Up next, I look at some running backs. The Dolphins, their running backs usually are good, but they're not great. I think if you get a running back round 5, round 6, you can really do some damage here. Ball control offense is the best way to win football games nowadays, even though it doesn't seem like that. If you take the ball away from the opposition, you're going to win the game. And with a defensive-minded head coach, that's usually with what teams do. So I expect to see them go running back, and it's what I would do as well. And finally, you just address secondary. There's some holes there that you can just fix. They're not that bad. That's why I don't think you have to waste a top. You don't have to address it to round 5, in my opinion. I think you have enough pieces there that it's not an immediate requirement to fix.